The ACT really likes to ask you to find a function, given another function, no triangle on the page. So there's a bunch of ways they can ask this. It all kind of boils down the same, but I definitely would work through the problem set just to get comfortable with the various presentations of this. All right, so let's look at what we've got here. Right triangle ABC, the sine of A is AC. Little a over little c. What is the cosine of angle B? Okay. Well, okay. First things first, you need to draw a triangle. Actually, you really don't have to. If you're really good with this, we'll talk about that again at the end. There's a secret. But I always would draw a triangle, even though I'm pretty good at these, or pretty comfortable with them at least. So draw a triangle, pick an angle for A. I'm just going to pick this bottom angle. And since the sine is AC, remember sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, right? Which means little a over little c. So that means the opposite here is little a, and the opposite here is little c. And that's standard, by the way. This is a normal convention that you have where angle A will, the side opposite of angle A will be little a. The side opposite angle, this will be big angle C, will be little c. Even if you didn't know that, though, you'd still be okay, right? You'd still be okay because you would figure out pretty quickly that it couldn't be the right angle that you're interested in. So we know this is B. So we know this is A, this is B, and now all we have left to determine is angle C, or excuse me, the cosine of B. So how do we do that? Well, adjacent, well, cosine of B, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. And that's going to be A over C. That always works this way, by the way. The sine of here will equal the cosine here because opposite for A is adjacent for B and vice versa. Sine here is cosine here, so on and so forth. Now, I want to talk, even though this question doesn't ask it, so the correct answer is A over C, letter choice A. I do want to talk just for 1 second about another way they can ask these that people find hard. So let's say I had little a and little b, and I needed to find the sine of A, right? Well, instead of calling this C, they may say, well, it's actually A squared plus B squared, right? Because this is length A squared, B squared is equal to C squared. So they may represent it as the square root of A squared plus B squared. That's another way that can show up. So work through these because there's nothing for this other than, now that you know what's going on, practice it a few times and you'll be able to get this on test day. Very likely you'll see one of these. It's one of their favorite question types for trig. Moving on to find the side next, check that out. It's good stuff.